I gotta eat it because it does not taste good when it's nice and warm. Anyways, let's get straight into the Josh Richards
To sneak
interview.
watch Drake and Josh.
What?
They're the worst
What?
kids ever.
Yeah, he used to sneak in to watch Drake and Josh. I mean, dude, to be honest, man, I grew up watching all that TV show shit, and none of the TV show can compare to what it was before. That shit used to be badass. I'm pretty sure the same goes from behind and back in time too. But again, like everything was so played out compared to just like acting out like in a spot. I don't know. Let's go see how this shit goes. Also, like actors literally acted out their shit. They didn't have no freaking stunt doubles like that. I mean, they did, but like, did
My parents were like, we don't want this going on in our house. Posting like 3 videos a day, going live for 4 hours a night.
I'm sorry, what? Are you guys ever gonna do like a reunion?
Yeah, I mean, if people want it. I am okay with being silent.
Yeah, me too.
Because you guys are beautiful people. You guys didn't need to talk. I had to work for it. People would walk by me to talk to you guys, so I'd be like, hey, what's going on with that?
4 years old, I even would sit in bed and pray, and I'd be like, God, let the name Josh Richards be known around the world. Sit here, watch my anime on my phone right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, what anime?
All right, guys, so we'll see you guys all next time.
I've been sitting here trying to wrap my head out to open up this episode. I want it to be very special. So I thought it'd be funny if I have my cousin, who's extremely uncomfortable in front of the camera, talk about today's guest. Who's our guest today?
Josh Richards.
And okay,
He's a TikTok guy.
and,
He's a good-looking dude.
okay.
Hot girlfriend, I don't know.
Okay, get out of here. All right, sorry about that. Anyways, I hope you guys
a hot
enjoyed today's
girlfriend.
episode with Josh Richards, the man with a hot girlfriend. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Dude, I'm very excited about this episode.
All right.
off of taste, this is like one of the worst slap tortas I ever had.
I want to tell them how
It
we
was not
first met, though.
trying.
Because,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
how we
yeah.
met was actually, I don't think I even told you like the full like length of it.
I don't know. Let's dive into it, though.
So I don't know where were we coming from. Where were we coming from? We were.
I don't
It was a
know.
plane ride from. Was it from New York?
Yes, it was after the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So we went to go see the Jonas Brothers, and we're on our way back. And we're not on the first class because it's booked.
Right.
And I see you, and I'm like, oh, I want to go say hi, but also like I know when people are traveling, I'm like I don't want to bother people. So I'm like I'm not gonna bother them. I'm like if it's meant to be, then
And that's when we were in line at customs and everything, too, right?
Yes. And I'm like, I'm not gonna bother. If it's meant to be, we'll like see each other at like an appropriate time. Because sometimes when you meet somebody at a place where they have to get going, it's like really uncomfortable.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
like make sure the vibes.
Well, you
good.
just don't get like a full hello or anything either. You
Yeah.
know? It's like
Yeah, you're like, I gotta go, man. I'll meet you next time if you go to that location.
half-assed hi and bye.
Yeah.
It
and
sucks.
I don't want.
It does suck. I've dealt with shit like that. Fuck you. Coco, come on, let's go.
She spotted in the truck.
Already? I'm telling you, when she goes to sleep, that's when she's found. Bro, look, I found her. Sheila.
But she is so fucking big.
I know, right? Man, we can't be slacking about right now. Right now, this is the perfect time she could get pregnant.
I know, but
We're gonna have to wait another 5-6 months, Bob. By the time we're waiting for that, she's already gonna birth.
take her to the vet to find out.
Man, I need to have fucking babies, bro. Fucking birth. Look at this shit. Shit looking fire, right?
Want to do that?
No.
And so I see you, and then now we're at the same gate, and then all of a sudden I get a notification. They're like, "We just upgraded you guys to first class," and I was like, "Nice." I was like, "This is pretty cool." This is where I'm like, "All right," and then next thing you know, I'm sitting right next to you.
Right next to me,
What are the
yeah.
odds of that?
So slim. So
Very slim,
Also,
right?
why the fuck did I pay for my first class seat then?
Yeah,
I just got upgraded?
They're just upgraded.
Like, watch it be like, yo, this person said hi to this person. And I think those two are famous people. I think I'm gonna have them sit next to each other.
Man.
It was just upgraded, and I was just like, and Jessica texted me too.
Bro, speak about sitting next to each other. I sat down next to this one girl. I fucking hooked up with her when we were young. And I was going to Cancun. She was going to Cancun. And we both sat like, she sat a row in front of us. And I'm just over here like laughing. I'm like, oh my gosh, I used to talk to this girl. Well, not really talk to her, but like I knew her for a bit.
She goes, "Yeah, I put you on the upgraded program," and I was like, "Oh, nice. Let's see what happens." And we got upgraded. And dude, we were hitting it off.
Mind you, this I haven't seen that girl in like 2 or 3 years. So she knew who I was. I knew who she was. That's the one thing I don't like. I'm like popular, and say that I'm not popular. Like, how can I be popular and not popular? Like everyone knows of me, but I don't really know of them.
So much that you got up to ask Belle about it because we were like, nah, because it was just like the same thing. And at one point, you're like, nah, bro, you're bullshitting. And I'm like, no, you could go ask Belle. And this is why I knew, like, me and you were going to be friends because this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. If you're ever in first class, you have your own little, like, section, right? Yeah. And usually, nobody enters your section. It's not a thing that you do.
Nope.
He could have easily gone to Belle, entered her section, and been like, hey, is this true about him and his dad? You went into somebody else's booth, and your ass was right in their face, and they turned to me like, what the fuck is... And then he's like jumping on his toes, so he's literally just throwing his butt, and he's like, it keeps. And then this is the worst part: Belle can't hear him.
No.
So she's like, "What?" And he's like, "You know?" And this.
Fuck. I got 2 wrists. Out of me on my wrist. Rollie on my wrist. I got out of me on my wrist. I got AP on my wrist. I got out of me on my wrist. I got Rollie on my wrist. I got out of me on my wrist. I'm going.
I'm trying to readjust and keep finishing with the story at the same time. Yeah, it was a mess.
And so finally the girl looked at me and she goes, dude, get your man. And then this is the best part. I literally go,
why you calling me a bird,
Josh,
bro? You a bird.
Get your ass out of her face, bro. And then so he finally goes around the girl. I say hello, and then I was like, your awareness is just like ours, bro. When we're like caught up in the moment, we just want to go. And so I don't know. I think our first moment of hanging out was just 8 hours of just like hilarious laughing, nonstop. That's why I was very excited about this podcast and to get to know you in a whole deeper level. I want to peel it back from the very beginning. I know I got to know you a little bit on the plane, but I want to dive deeper for the people that don't get to know every aspect of you or maybe haven't watched.
Bro, my dad went to go pick up this fucking torta from this one place in the city because my uncle's in the hospital. Tell me why. This is one of the worst tortas I've ever tasted. It's not good.
The Best Friends podcast.
Yeah. No, for sure.
So how did you even get started? Like, was it TikTok? And
the meat is too... they didn't even cut the meat as much, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Really chewy. Not really good. What else? A lot of saucy, bro. Like, I don't like it. It tastes like it's soggy. If you ever make them soggy, I'm slapping. Make that shit look fresh, taste fresh. Mwah. When you add the sauce on it, mwah, it purifies all the fucking flavor. If you had that shit soggy already, and you put sauce on top of it, motherfucker, we're eating Arabic food, bro. I'm sorry. We're eating Arabic food that way. Stop. Let's keep that shit dry, good, and that shit's gonna taste fire.
Did you, when you jumped on TikTok, was it something that you knew was like, oh, this is a platform that's gonna drive
How
me
can I
like crazy?
explain?
Are they watching this shit? Hey, if you're watching this
like
video the
Torta,
day
bro.
that it was uploaded, listen to me and listen to me quick. If you're in Los Angeles, I have a show, my first show ever, opening it up with some stand-up, and then we're taking it to the podcast. It's not something you're gonna want to miss. Listen. Don't miss this, okay? Do not miss this. Get your tickets.
yo.
Link in the description. I'm gonna see you. Brea Improv. Today, not tomorrow, not next week, today, November 9th. Get your tickets, link in the description, or just walk up and buy. And also, I know it says on the website you have to be 21. If you go
are
there,
you bored at
show them
work
your
or are
ID,
you
and you're
eating right
18,
now?
you're good to go. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so it started for me on what we know now as TikTok, but it was Musical.ly back then. So I was 13 years old, and I'd always had like a huge interest and love for social media. At the time, I was watching like Team Albo. If you remember, they were like Wolfie Raps, David Parody. They were like big YouTubers, bigger in
I
Canada,
remember Wolfie Rab.
I would say specifically.
Are
They
you
were
from Canada?
Yeah, from outside Toronto.
Very nice. My mom's from Toronto, and I lived in Ottawa for 6 years.
Oh, okay, sweet. So
Yeah.
Team Albo was from Ottawa. The
Nice,
guys that I used to watch
nice.
on
I know
YouTube
what
all the
Team
time.
What was
Albo
what was their stuff like?
You know that Chinese
They
guy
did a
was
lot of,
so
like,
funny.
They would do like
Yeah.
I'm back. I will be back, okay?
Where you going?
I have to go and pick up the Ruben now.
Oh, okay.
So I'll be back in 20 minutes.
Hold your
40
mouth.
minutes.
All right.
So the dogs are going to be by yourself.
challenges as a group, kind of on
Go,
YouTube.
come here.
Oh, they were
like
kinda like a
6 of them.
sidemen?
Yeah,
What?
exactly.
Got
Yeah, they
it,
were like
cool.
Canadian sidemen, I would
Got
say.
it.
Should have not followed me.
So they would do these fun challenges and whatnot, and I just very much fell in love with the idea of like creating content with my friends and being able to do that on a daily basis. So me and my buddies would go around our town of 16,000 people and film little videos. If that was us going and doing like air horn golf pranks at the golf course in our town, or
And you were at 13?
yeah, we were 13, 12 doing this.
This is exciting,
That's
bro,
fun.
because like I didn't get this. We didn't have like cell phones when we were 13.
Yeah.
So imagine what kind of mess I would be creating if I was able to like prank people and like that would be a little bit too much. Like,
Yeah.
Has there, when you were 13, was there ever a prank where you're like, oh, we went a little too far on that one?
Yeah. I
got-
think the air horn one was fun, but I think we ended up taking it too far, and not on purpose.
Could you give us an example of like, okay,
No,
please,
I
yeah.
will get to the
Show us
example.
one that's like a normal one and then one that's taking it too far.
So a normal one, if we're out there and we see a bunch
Go,
of guys
go.
on the course and they're drinking and smoking, and we give them a little air horn in their backswing, usually it's pretty chill. It's a little laugh. They're like, haha, you little fuckheads, get off the course. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's it. Now for this one, we were right at the putting, like we were at the green. So this is the end of their shot. They can't like re-tee up here. This is like where it counts. And it's an older group, it's an older group. I would say they're in their 60s, 70s.
Oh, you can give them a heart attack.
So,
Yeah,
no, they're
yeah,
taking
but
this very seriously.
They're taking this seriously. This is their Sunday. You know what I mean? They wait all week for this.
Yeah.
And they're getting up to putt, and one of my buddies gives off an air horn, and then they're looking over there. Another one gives off another one, and they keep kind of going back and forth, and they're like confusing these old people a lot, right? Because they don't know where it is. They start cussing, and I had gotten the red iPhone at this time. There was like an iPhone for the iPhone 7, I think it was, that came out in the color red. So I had a red iPhone, and I was hidden in the bushes trying to be discreet with this bright red iPhone. And the older gentleman sees it. And so as he
Great
sees
eyesight for an old man, by the way.
Yeah.
You eliminated his hearing, so he needed to lean in
he
on
needed
his
to
vision.
lock in. He needed to lock in. And his senses were definitely dulled, and you'll figure out why here soon. But as soon as the old man turned to me, I noticed that he was putting with one arm because he only had one arm. So we were really ruining this man's day. He chases me down, throws the club at me, didn't make it very far. But
Nice.
thank
You didn't
you.
even get to hit you. Like, I wish you would have gone at least to hit you. You know what I mean? Something.
Yeah. So that one, I think we went too far, and he's running towards me, and I'm on my phone. I'm like, guys, he has one arm. Stop with the air horns. And like one of my buddy gives off another one. He's like, and it's just like, oh
fuck?
boy. So that one was too
no.
far,
What?
for example.
Yeah.
That one,
That took a turn.
It's okay. You can bleed.
that's
It's okay.
fucked up. Was he going
Yeah.
like this from far away? You naughty kids.
No,
Please.
because
Too far?
it was like it was definitely a shoulder. It wasn't so much of like a arm stump. It was more of like from
Fuck, man. I'm getting distracted by two-sided things, man. Two-sided motherfucking things. Fuck, man. I'm about to throw away the sauce. I didn't have any red sauce, so if you want it, you can have it.
From the shoulder down, completely gone. I actually saw him again when I went to golf about 2 months ago. In my old town. Yeah. I was in the clubhouse, getting around for me and the boys, and
I was in the clubhouse when getting around for me and the boys.
buddy comes in that we were filming the air horn video together. He comes in. Caleb was his name, and he comes in. We're talking, and as we are talking to each other, we see the man walk in and walk right by us to go up in line next, and we just are looking at each other, exchanging looks, because there's no way this guy remembers us, but we remembered him. So.
Wow.
We remembered him. It would really be like that.
Do you remember him?
I think it probably had to do with, missing limbs, but
Yeah.
It's hard to miss.
Yeah.
Hard to miss. You
You
know?
ruined
Yeah.
his Sunday.
Yeah.
Nah, that's really bad.
Yeah.
That's actually really bad.
Shout out to that guy though.
Okay, so you're around 13.
Yeah.
You make fun of people that have no limbs.
I wasn't like necessarily my niche, but yeah.
that was your- That's what
definitely
puts
was
you on
making
the
videos.
map. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we were making videos.
Did
just
that
as a
video go
group.
viral? Did you ever post
Not
it?
at all. Didn't go viral. I don't even
But
know
you
if
still
we
posted it.
I don't even know if it ever got. No, it got uploaded. It got uploaded.
That's-
Yeah.
A little fucked up.
Well, we thought it was funny.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair
You
enough.
know?
Okay.
Again, we're 13. That's hilarious. But from there had like moved
That's
on to just
hilarious.
like my sister threw me in a video. And that was on her
Sister,
Musical.ly.
older, younger?
Younger.
Younger.
She's 18 months, year and a half younger than me.
Fair enough.
And so she throws me in a Musical.ly video. To us, it like goes viral. Got 15 likes, like no likes. But to us, that was like, holy shit.
Let's go.
More people than in this house have liked this video. And from there, I went and checked out the comments. There were 3 of them, so it didn't take long. And I'm reading through, and one's a bot, and then the other 2 are these girls, and they're like, "Yo, what's his username?" So I'm like,
Let's go.
"What's up?" So I start my own account, and from there, just like really fell in love with the numbers game of it all. Like my dad was a math teacher. I always just had this like infatuation with numbers. I loved it. And I loved entertaining and kind of being that center of attention class clown kid at the same time. So it was really like bridging 2 of my favorite things into one place, where I felt like I was able to go at like building an account in like a growth hacking type of way, and then at the same time be able to put out videos where I'm entertaining people. So just like instantly fell in love with the ability to make content.
So you went right away, hit the, like you were more like, I got to read this algorithm and look at the numbers.
Yeah.
And see. Okay, so your dad taught you numbers. How did he feel about you doing these pranks and like these videos online?
I think it was an unknown for him. Like it was something that was obviously so past his like generation of going and doing social media. And again, like, he was my coach for a lot of sports, so that's how we connected. Like it was
He
like
was a hands-on dad.
yeah, for sure.
Are you guys still tight right now?
Yeah, super close
friends.
to my family.
Oh yeah,
like-
that's the thing that you're asking.
Yeah,
oh, that's so funny.
yeah. So super close to my family. Like always say, like I really come from the most blessed household I could. And my parents supported me through everything I did. Like if that was, sports or business ventures or this social media that I've been doing.
Can I ask you a question? From a man who's been in your shoes, not a lot of people get to walk your life. So if you could right now, a genie or a god comes in front of you and goes, "Hey, you get to pick the life that you have now with the money, the fame, the women, the access to these trips and these relationships, or you have your family and you just do like very average things." But
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. I'm on Janko Pod, where I have my family as my main priority, and then it trickles down from there to me, and then I do whatever I like, and after whatever I like, I do for whatever they like. You get me? First, take care of your family. I don't even spend time with my actual like cousins and shit like that, but I stay with who's in my house, and I I spend time here. Like there'll be hours I'll be in here, and then there'll be like an hour or two I'm outside there, and then I come back in here, and then I go back out there. Reason why I just feel good inside me, like it feels good that I'm spending time with my loved ones, that they're here with me. Cause once they're not here with me, I'm not gonna be able to ask them any more questions, anything like that.
But you get to
That's
spend
just
time
me.
with your family way more. Which one do you choose?
Yeah, I love my family and all, but
Oh no, no way.
I think
You're cutting your family out?
yeah.
Damn, so to your
Like-
dad, you would
like-
say it like this. You'd be like,
Yeah, dude, the white people, I'm sorry, dude. That's how they roll, though. They love their family and all, but they once they're 18, they branch off, bro. Once you pass 18, they branch off. It's
speaking of
just-
multiplication, I don't know anything about multiplication.
Division, maybe.
That would be multiplying.
Yeah, it's like
of
subtracting, yeah, minusing.
As you
like-
know, I didn't do well at school. You would cut your
God.
family out? Dog, I thought we
No,
were going to
'cause
have like a
listen.
moment where you were like, no, my family.
My family is super important to me, and I like they're some of the only people that keep me grounded. Like my sister is out in LA with me for the next year because she's like gonna take a year off of school and kind of like get to work with me, get to work at my production company,
Oh, that's
just get to
awesome.
experience.
How long have you guys
like,
been working together?
Now it's been 3 months.
How is that?
Good. It's great. Like
Yeah, it's good.
it's good. You hear the high
Yeah.
voice. It's good. It's good. My parents are listening to this. No, it's really been awesome. I mean, me and my sister are super close. We've always been pretty close. At least after like I feel like grade 8 when we kind of got past like teasing each other and whatnot.
Yeah, bro. Me and my brother, we're not as close, but we're still close. I'd be kind of scared of what kind of dynamic I have with my brother, because, like, I'm still the older brother, and he still remembers, like, I guess me being a rougher brother for him. But, like, I'm only being a rougher brother just to make you better. Like, he was literally better than me in basketball, literally better than me, fucking taller than me, literally better than me, everything. But him being that way, I don't know how he came out normal. I came out stupid, but it's okay.
We've always been really close. I think because we were both close in age, we eventually became a team against my parents in a way, which made us closer because it was like, oh, we're gonna cover for each other if one of us is sneaking out or like going to a party or whatnot. Because
Damn,
like
you snuck out?
I wasn't like big into sneaking out like that much, but I'd go out and like smoke with the boys or something like that. Like
Yo,
something
hey,
like
did you
that,
ever
but
get your
chill.
ass
Damn. Did you ever get your ass?
a bit?
Bit? Oh, we're really turning into
Whoa,
like
hold on.
By my
bad.
family
We'll
or
ask that question later on. But have you ever got your ass beat?
you know, my parents never were like, it's not like I lived in an abusive household.
Nah, but like-
my dad might slap me around a little bit and be like, hey, get your head on, right? Or like if I tried to challenge my dad would be like, ha ha ha, bring me outside, throw me to the ground. And it was like, all right, I very much knew. I was like, all right, this isn't a match for me.
Go.
But
There's
no,
no
you know.
way at the age that you're sneaking out would I sneak out. There's no way. I wouldn't even be able to focus on whatever. And you went out to smoke? Dude, no way.
I like,
No way. My dad would come in like ISIS, bro, ready to just rip off everyone's head in front of me and record it, put it on Facebook
Did
for
your
all my
parents
other
not
Middle
sleep?
Eastern friends. What?
your parents didn't sleep?
Didn't sleep. They
Yeah.
slept like this. Oh, it's
Takes up like this, one eye open.
just ready, bro, ready for the action. And he snorts too. Just fucking ready for it all the time.
Yeah, that was the most fucking deadest shit ever. I am. Dog, what the fuck, bro? I have the cutest things in the world. My 2 dogs are fucking amazing.
Dude, my parents would even threaten me. They
Get your
just
ass
get
over
really
here.
quiet and just
Go,
stare at
go.
me. And then that silence made me picture what they were gonna do to me, and that
Right.
scared me more.
Right,
was more
okay.
frightening.
That was way more
Hey.
frightening.
I had a window in my room. I was in the basement, and I was just like, oh, I can just climb out of the window, and then I was home free. Like, they were asleep.
They ever catch you?
Nah. One time, my dad was like, why is there screen out of your window? And I knew he knew. I knew he knew.
And I knew he knew.
And I was just
I knew he knew. Oh, bro. I remember the most funniest shit. I was smoking at my fucking window right here. A whole blunt ski, bro. Fuck, I lit up candles around my fucking room thinking that this place is gonna be all smelling good, fine. Nah, these candles didn't have no smell, bro. These were just fucking, like, religious candles. Like, these are just candles just to be candles. And I was like, my mom fucking comes to the door. I half open the door. My fucking the back of my bag is fucking fog. Everything flying out. And my mom was like, "Are you fucking?" And I'm over here like, "Nah, mom. What are you talking about?" Right when that happened, bro, she opens the door up. Boof! A fucking smoke comes straight to her face. She's like, "I smell it," and I was like, "Mom, I'm not smoking. That was so funny, man.
It's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, the screen of your window's popped out. Why would the screen of your window be popped?
What does your video sound like? Go to artlist.io
Like,
and get the best
bro, my
music and
screen of
sound
my
effects for
window
your
is still popped out.
Man, that's a good question. We got to figure this out.
Hey, can I ask you, why are all kids so stupid when they talk to their dads?
I don't know.
It's hard to think of something on the spot because I didn't sneak out so much, but my sister, I would cover for her, and like on the spot, you just don't know what to think. Like you're like, you know,
Oh, dude, I'm great as fuck when it comes to that shit. Like, I just think, I don't know, it was, like, that's how I be
I mean, you
thinking.
have to scavenge of something, and you sound so dumb. You're just like, ah.
You ever smoke with your dad?
No. My parents know that I smoke.
Hell no. Actually, have I? I was a little, but was I really? Hey, Coco, come here. Come here. Come over here. Coco's over here. Come on, Coco. Come on. Coco. Come here. Bentley, come here. Come here, Bentley. Come over here. Go over here. Come on. Come on. Come here. Get up here. My dogs are dogs. I love them. Like, let me show you. Bentley. No, they just left. My dogs are just dogs, bro. Like, I fucking love them. This is what makes them the shit, bro.
They just like, my dad's not a big smoker. Like my dad's more someone that would like have a beer with me. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Like he likes to drink more than he does to smoke. Like he says he smokes and it's just like he's out.
So would you, if your kid wanted to either drink or smoke with you?
Ugh, crazy question. Sorry. I want to hear what me honestly. If I had a kid, would I rather have him drink or smoke? Probably, honestly, I'd rather have him smoke. To be honest, just because I know what the fuck they're dealing with. Like, you're gonna be hot, but you're not gonna be over here like acting retarded, unless you are retarded. You know?
Which one would you want to push on them more?
Um,
Not to push on them. Like,
yeah, I don't know
do
if I'm
one of
pushing
them, but
either.
like, you know what I mean? Like,
Which one would you rather have the push on doing? Honestly, neither, to be honest. But if I had to choose which one would I prefer, let me try.
which one would you be more comfortable of your kid that's like 17, 18? How old were you when you were running?
like
when
first smoking.
Yeah.
Don't
I
tell
mean,
me you're 13.
I
He's gonna be like, I was 13, 14. I'm like, you grew up quick.
I guess
bro.
like I probably like first smoked in my life when I was like 13 or something like that.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
Canada gets down.
That
Canada
wasn't
gets
like
down, bro. They're fucking gnarly over there, bro. I didn't first get stokey after like fucking 15,
It's not like I was
16.
like every day at 13. It was
Well,
like
to be
I tried
honest-
it one time at
Yeah.
13, then I didn't again until I was 14. And then there was probably like 3 months from that age of 14 until the next time I did it again. And then
Yeah.
it was like slowly a thing. And then grade 11 was probably really when I like was like, okay, you know, I'll like smoke on the weekend or whatever. But I feel like for me,
Grade 11, dude, 9. Yeah, so he's saying in junior, senior year, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna start
I
smoking.
kind of want to run it the same way my parents did. Like, my parents were a little bit more, I think, open about drinking. Now, they still, you know, told their scary stories to us to make us, like, realize we had to be responsible around it. But they also, like, introduced it to us, I think, at an earlier age where it's like, we knew our limits and we knew, like, it was a social thing. Drinking's like a social thing you do with people that you love, right?
Yeah.
Instead of, like, something you do to go escape and, like, your problems. So I think, like, that presentation is a good thing. And weed was not a thing that was allowed in my household.
Okay,
Like, my
they
parents
say
would've-
Canadian smoke it's illegal. out
It's
there,
legal.
right?
It's legal.
So it's not really that looked down upon.
No,
Was
I
it
don't-
legal when you smoked it in school?
It got legalized. Yeah.
Bro, you don't understand. There was a whole change, bro. If you don't know about this whole smoking change, bro, motherfucker, everyone got hooked, and then, like, motherfuckers was like, yo, should we legalize it? And, like, plugs were like, yo, dude, I'm gonna start going to dispos, and then prices went up, and then, like, fucking, they took down everything, bro. Like, so much bullshit happened.
Yeah.
Oh,
When
okay.
I was in high
It
school,
wasn't legal for me.
I think it was legalized by the time I was in high school. But I think, like, my parents, you know, they were never like, hey, this is a household where it's okay to smoke. Like, not at all. If they found out I was smoking in high school, I was grounded for, like, probably 2 or 3 months. I wasn't doing anything. Like, I was going to school and coming home, and that was about it.
Got it.
So there was definitely like that strict kind of rules set in my house, but I think that was a good thing because I think every kid wants to defy their parents in some way or like be a little bit rebellious.
Nope.
You know, you didn't want to be rebellious at
Bro,
all.
I don't think you understand the ass whipping that I would get.
I mean, my dad's mom was like growing weed in the backyard of their farm. You know what I mean? So different lifestyles. I think different
Yeah.
lifestyles.
Very.
Yo, yeah, dude, like, Canadians are getting down and dirty, guys.
to
different.
come from. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Bro, so many Canadian fucking stoners, they're like straight up swugars, bro. Straight up. I'm not gonna cap.
We
didn't
should
think-
get your dad and you and me and my dad. We should go out and just tell stories. Just like- my dad, the whole time my dad be like, "You did what? Where were you, man? What do you mean screen wasn't in window? What the? You bolted with 2x4. Now you can't leave."
So when did you make that change? Like, when was the time when you were in Canada, you're making videos, maybe some of them start to get popular? When was that time where you realized, kid, this is something for me, and you're gonna leave Canada, come to LA?
Yeah, I think probably about a year into it. And now I always had that dream from the beginning, I should say. Like, I always have been somebody that wanted to be like known across the world. Like, it was something that I
For
prayed
what
for.
though? Like acting or just you wanted to be known?
So it was always different for me. I mean, like, you know, when I was 4 years old, I even would sit in bed before night and pray, and I'd be like, God, let the name Josh Richards be known around the world. Like, I know it's going to be. It was more like an affirmation than it was even
Amen.
anything else. It was just like, I know this name will be known around the world. And when I was 4 years old, I thought I was going to be a superhero. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like, I believed it with every ounce of being that I had. And then, you know, as I got a little bit older, I was like, I'm going to be a professional hockey player. That's how everyone's going to know me. And then it was, you know, came into, I'm going to start this hockey brand with my friends, like this t-shirt line. It's going to be the biggest line for like hockey apparel in the world. That's how the name will be known. And then I found social media and I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is how everyone's going to know the name Josh Richards. And then, I very quickly like kind of was posting videos every day, trying to find like, what would my schedule for social media be? And I got into posting like 3 videos a day, going live for 4 hours a night.
I'm sorry. What?
It was 3 videos a day, 4 hours a night alive.
What would you do? Where would you do it? And what age were you?
This was when I was 13.
So
13,
wait,
14.
you were
This
doing
was right off
live
the rip.
before like live was even like a thing?
Yeah, this was when it was called Lively, and it was a separate app from Musical.ly, but it was like associated with your Musical.ly account.
Lively.
Yeah, so it would send a notification to like all your followers on Musical.ly that you were live, and they would be able to join. So
shit, I was gonna hop on this wave, but I just didn't know how to fucking do that lively bullshit. I remember.
That was kind of the way that I was picking up followers, because musically at the time had been like, it was now like a pretty oversaturated app, and at the same time was on its decline. Like all the people that had blown up from it, like the, you know, Jacob Sartorius, like MagCon crew.
Yeah.
Had
oh
already,
my God,
yeah.
bro. You just threw me back. Right? So wait,
Dude,
question.
that
When
was hella
MagCon,
time, bro. Right when that shit happened, bro, I knew those motherfuckers, bro. I knew those motherfuckers. They used to stop in my fucking live when I was on you. Now, bro, that's what's crazy, bro. Time flies.
was going, how old were you during that?
Damn, this
12, 13?
Right?
Yeah.
And
Bro,
they
I
were like,
was-
they were around your same age.
bro, you're telling me that Josh guy's younger than me, bro? Bro, when that happened, that was 2014, bro. 15. I was fucking 14 years old. 15. I was about to be 15 years old, bro. I swear.
They
A
were
little
like
older?
a little older than me. They were probably all like 4 years older than me, but not Jacob. Like Jacob's the same age as me. Jacob Sartorius was in that stuff, and he was the same age. He was huge when he was like 12. He was like one of the biggest people.
Huge.
Yeah.
Sweatshirt song was
Yeah.
really big too.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about doing music?
I mean, a little bit. Like when we did the diss track, me and Bryce, like we did Still Softish. Then
We're
like,
gonna get into that.
Yeah.
So you go to LA.
yep.
How many followers do you have, and like what was your game plan? Like when you come to LA, you have to obviously have a game plan. Did your parents come out with you? Who was like supervising you at a young age?
Yeah. So I was supervising myself, but I had just finished the Lights Out tour is what it was called, and it was like me, Griffin Johnson,
Come here,
Jaden
go.
Hostler, Love Anthony,
Go, come
like
here.
Quint, like all the boys pretty much
Come
from
here.
Sway. Quentin wasn't a part of that yet.
Was
but
Sway created yet?
No. So
You
this
want
was
me to go
pre-Sway,
there?
but this was, you know, all of us going on tour
Come
together
here.
and just going around the States, like doing like very much like a meet and greet tour situation. And from that point, the tour ended. We still had like a month and a half left of summer. I went out to LA, hung out with Bryce, like introduced the boys to Bryce. We all started like kicking it together, like hanging out at Bryce's, throwing parties, filming videos. We were like, Bryce, like get on this TikTok stuff, because he was doing like YouTube and wasn't doing TikTok at all
I think
at
he
the
was
time.
doing You Now or something like that, right? He was doing like live stuff too, or
Yeah,
no?
he
No,
knows
not
about
that was where he
now,
started,
bro.
but that's not where he was when we were hanging out with him. When
And
we
how
were
did
hanging
you
out
guys
with him,
connect?
I just knew him from like events, like you know, we'd go to like playlists or whatnot, and like I'd see him at these events. He'd walk by, I'd be like, "Yo, I see what you're doing, dog. Keep it up." And I'd be like, "Thanks." And that was it. That was our relationship.
love
You know
that.
what I
I
mean?
love that.
Every event, he would say that to me, and that was about it. And then I got to LA, and I was like, "Yo, can I come through to your crib? Like, let's hang." And he was like, "Yeah, sure. Bring the boys, do whatever." So me and like 3 of the friends all went to Bryce's, started making videos, got him to do videos, and we all just started making videos together, and it like kind of became a little group. The tour manager that we had went on tour with had completely ripped us off and kind of like done one of those, like, you know, we're young and not very experienced,
Naive, yeah.
17, 16 years old, going on this tour. We're like thinking that this guy's gonna like
Take care of you.
take care of us and also like stay true to his word, which, like, you know,
Your kids.
we're kids. We didn't
Yeah.
know any better. We should have signed contracts and like.
Hey producers, if you want the
We
best
should've signed
plugin for building
contracts.
and finishing tracks, then you need
Yeah,
to check
no, you
out
need
Arcane
contracts.
from Output.
They're gonna
For
be
the
doing
first time,
this.
Had
If you don't
stuff
mind me
in
asking,
writing,
what's his
but,
name? I'll beep it. I won't.
His name, I don't know his last name, but it was
Oh, I thought it was.
no. That's a different man. I've had my fair share of managers that have been.
I'm beeping out all those.
shit.
Make sure we beat those out.
Yeah, that was it. Was a different guy. I
don't know
but yeah,
why I'm
so
doing this. I
that
should.
experience happened to me where I like looked around and me and my friends have all been ripped off tour, and I was like, what the hell? Like this industry of social media is like the Wild West. Like
Yeah.
no one is in here. You know, there's no like union for people that do social media.
Yeah.
There's
Crazy.
no agency that is like even looking at us yet. Like WME, UTA, CAA, ICM, like all those places did not look at social media kids from TikTok yet. Maybe from YouTube and whatnot,
Yeah.
but no one was looking at TikTok. So
So managers could just be like, say whatever. They can
and
make up their own
anybody
rules.
could say they were a manager too,
Yeah.
right? So at that point, I was like, I'm going to start a management company. I'm going to go to LA. That's why I'm going to go to LA. That's going to be what I'm able to do. I'm going to go build this management company, bring all the boys into it, build out Sway House with those guys, and then be able to sign a bunch of kids and do my own content at the same time. So then I went and we signed like 115 of the top TikTokers onto
Damn.
Talent X in like the span of like 7 days, just through like my network of people on TikTok.
And
And
your age was.
17.
This is
wild.
incredible. You became a savant in this. You walked in, you understood the room, got burned, And not only were you like, I'm gonna avoid getting burned, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my due diligence to make sure that no one else gets burned. It's an amazing journey at such a young age.
Thank you, man. So yeah, that's why I decided to like move my schooling into online, go out to LA. And that was I was just starting my senior year of high school at that point, and came out here, and we started Sway, me and the boys, and the rest is history.
Let's go.
That is unbelievable.
What was the feeling like when, I mean,
Yeah, nah, this dude has not inspiration, but he has aspiration for reaching his goals, and he knew how to reach it. He knew what he was doing. He just connected the dots, like literally connected.
you're living in Canada, you're like 16, 17, then you went on tour, like right
Crazy.
before
Yeah.
you moved to LA. Like, what was that feeling like?
I mean, it was pretty surreal. For me, it was crazy because I feel like growing up in such a small town, and then like everyone in my town knew me. Everyone in my town knew me as Josh Richards. They knew me
Like I could have blew up like the Island Boys if I just was to have someone post the lives like every time I went live, because I was a live person.
as the kid that either like they played a sport with, I go to their school, friend of a friend, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
like kind of everyone in your small town.
Yeah.
And so when I kind of started getting a following on social media, if anything, it's not like I got treated better. I would have been treated worse. Like if people didn't like change. We're from a small town. People
Yeah,
don't like
it's
that.
so
So
true,
it was
yeah.
like
People don't like when other people are finding their lane.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone was making fun of me and doing whatever. And I've always said like, you know what? If I wasn't the kid doing social media, I probably would have been the kid making fun of the kid that was doing social media. So I don't
You
like
look
hold
like
it
the
out.
kid that would be making fun
That's
of the
what
kid.
I don't like hold on to it. I don't
You're
like.
like, I get you.
I love that
anyone.
you know that too. I respect you for that
Thank
shit, bro. I
thank
respect you for that
thank
shit.
Thank you. I'm like, I look at my homies and my friends that I was hanging out with in high school, and I was like, yeah, I would have been the guy.
Yeah.
I would have been the guy. So it's like, for me, the biggest like surreal moment was just like finally getting to see the people that were behind the comments and likes every day in person.
That's cool.
Like that was so crazy to me because like no one in my town asked me for a photo. They all
Yeah.
knew me, or they had a class photo with me already. Like it was like no, I didn't get that attention. So like then going
Come here.
and doing that tour and having 1,000, 2,000 to 3,000 people come out and be like screaming
on.
your name when you're 16 years old,
Coco.
17 years old. Like I was like, what is this
Right.
feeling of
She
adrenaline?
does
You know
not
what I
want
mean?
Yeah.
Like,
How did you keep yourself grounded? I mean, at such a young age, when you're having all these kids screaming your name, and the fact that you were saying in a prayer, like, hey, God, I want everybody to know, and you're watching this actually come to life, it's very hard to keep a grounded look at things when things are just. I'm not saying you didn't work for it, but it's like it feels like it's given to you.
Yeah.
Did you ever have like the imposter syndrome, or like did you ever? Was there ever a down moment that you're like, this is the part of my life where I had to find this type of knowledge to get over? Like, what was your hump?
Yeah, I mean, I think, like, I definitely just probably got a little bit of a big head and then got burned a couple times and then was like, oh, yeah, so this is why I need, like, certain friends around me to keep me level-headed, or this is why I need to make sure I'm, like, going back home and visit.
Yeah, dude, if I was getting that much clout and that much fucking yeses around me, bro, my head would be fucking like built like fucking a president, dude. I'm fucking 17 years old, bro. I can't even drink alcohol, but I be smoking that ganja because I'm a fucking bad motherfucker. Yeah, no, dude, this guy was going crazy, bro. I don't know how he fucking did all this shit. It's
Visiting
crazy.
my family because I would never act like this under my parents' roof. Like, it was just, like, certain things like that. So it
So
was...
you learned quick.
Yeah, I think, like the crazy
Everyone
thing
does
about it
if
is like
they go
Sway
through
was
that
only 9 months long. Like, and it feels like it was like 2 years of us being together, but we only lived in that house together for like 8-9 months really. And then the house, like, we had like the Texas situation happen where like we were there and got like charged for possession of weed and all that stuff, and like the house kind of disbanded.
I told you, bro. I already knew this motherfuckers had packs in that, but they had weed. They was like, yo, bro, the side we dishing that to the side to the homies, dish it to the other homies. But at the same time, like, we with that shit. Man, and I'm 17 years old. That's what he's thinking.
A
like,
little
yo.
bit, and like people started like the house kind of split up, went in its different directions. Like 5 of us were living together, the other 4 were living together, and stuff like that. So
Are you guys ever gonna do like a reunion?
I don't know. I I don't know if it was.
Well,
like,
I mean, I feel like that's a good question, right?
I don't know if it was like if there's like a reunion that's been warranted. You know what I mean?
I would like that reunion.
Fair. I mean, if people want it, then fuck.
It would be a big TikTok for you guys to do a TikTok all together again, right?
I just think it's like, I think because for you, it's from the outside, it's like, damn, like what happened? Like where does it all go? It's kind of like when you're watching a cast, an ensemble, but then they split. Like the fans still fuck with all of you guys, but you guys decided not to fuck with each other.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's that we necessarily don't fuck with each other. Like, a lot of us are still friends. I think it's just that, like, we all had different ideas of what we wanted our lives to look like. Like, a lot of people just were going in different directions. Then, obviously, there was, like, heads clashing and stuff like that, too. But I think it wasn't just one or the other. It was a mix of both.
Right.
What do you see yourself, like, doing in the next 2 years? Now that you've really, like, made your mark.
He's literally fucking... Dude, he's signed to Barstool right now. But
Like, where do you see yourself taking it? Like, where's your dreams located?
Yeah, I mean, for me, what I really enjoy with social media is being...
I'm sorry, Josh, bro. This is like the first time I actually got it and like break down who you are. You're still a nobody, Josh, but it's cool, bro, because like you did a lot of fucking bullshit in that back scenes to get you on top of like this scene right here, you know?
Able to, like, create like this comedy sketch show that I'm doing right now, for example. Like, I love being able to leverage my audience and like my social media to be able to do things that aren't necessarily directly in that social media lane. Like, to now have like a production company that I was able to start and have a 3-year first look deal with Amazon Prime and like the unscripted division. Like, that wouldn't have happened if I didn't have my social media presence and was able to build that up. So that's really where I kind of want to put more of my focus into, is like creating these different either digital series or like creating these documentaries or scripted TV and film. Cause that's just been like, I haven't enjoyed myself more than what I have enjoyed like putting together this comedy sketch show and getting to like go into the writer's room for 8 hours and work on writing those sketches with the writers that we have on, and then going in acting and playing a different character every single day, 3 times, 4 times a week. I'm in a different character. Like, that is so much fun to me. So I don't think I'd really want to do anything else but that.
I love that. Would you ever do live performances of it?
I think I would like to find out what is the live show.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is yet, though. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's just like taking the sketches and doing them live, or if it's more like in like a Dave Chappelle show way, like setting up the sketch and then like playing it. You know what I mean? Or if it's more of like doing something completely different and going in and just like talking, like kind of like a smart list kind of thing. Like, I don't know what.
I don't.
If you want to learn how to edit really well from professional Hollywood editors, we're going to show you the stuff that nobody else is teaching. I'm talking about real creative skills, like how you can use music and sound design to make a joke funnier, how to use cross-cutting to control the tension. You're going to learn about feature editing, trailer editing, action.
Know what you're going to do, but for some reason I had like this little vision of like a skit that's played on the screen, and it will continue on stage. So you set up the everything, and then like the set of where you have the stage set up to look like
Right.
is the continuation of that skit in that scene there.
It's like diving deeper.
Yeah.
I like
So it's
that.
like a
That is cool.
reverse of like what they did.
Yeah.
So basically it'd be like you guys getting in a car and going somewhere, and then now the car's on stage and you guys are like in the car like
Right.
It's like a live performance. I don't know why, I just saw that, I thought I'd throw it at you.
I think what was so cool for me about this project was like, the whole goal for me was bridging the gap between social media and traditional media.
Yep.
And like really making this feel like something that when you watch it, you'd be like, what TV show is this from?
Yeah.
But it's able to live and do well on social media. So when you go and watch the YouTube form, which will be 15 to 20 minutes, you slowly start to see the fun we had with like Easter eggs, linking sketches together, or like the through line of a sketch being, or of an episode being a play on like time, where every single sketch is happening at the same time in a universe. And like, so for example, like we have a character named Parkour Parker who is jumping off a building in one of the sketches, and by the end of the sketch he hits the ground, and you kind of slowly realize like, oh shit, he was falling throughout all those sketches, and
I
you
love
see him in
that.
the background of other sketches, and like,
Oh,
or like we'll
wow,
have
that's
like
cool.
a time period where it's like the first sketch starts off and goes up to God, and then God like unplugs the TV, kind of like you would have to do when you were younger, and like count to like 5 to reboot it or whatever, and then plug it back in. You know what I mean? And then that world restarts, and it's like now we're going through like from like
Yo, is this guy on some Rick and Morty shit? What the fuck you saying, Josh?
500 BC to now the present. You know what I mean? So like just playing with different through lines like that too, which are really fun, but you get to appreciate that when you go and watch the 15-20 minute version where it's that full episode, but also can take down each sketch individually, put it on a TikTok where it could live in a 1.5 2-minute sketch version as well.
Me and Reed are actually talking about projects like this, and I find it fascinating that you want to go straight to like YouTube or like a platform that's free, because now with the whole SAG strikes and streamers like Netflix, Hulu, Paramount having to up their charges, and I'm starting to realize that it's the lane for them is getting more and more narrow, because when you have people like you putting up such high volume content for free, at what point is it going to be very hard to compete? Like a lot of people would rather, like especially the younger people are going to watch your stuff.
Yeah.
What made you want to not sell it and just keep it for free? What was the thought process behind that?
To be able to be the first person to hopefully achieve this, if like I'm coming from social media and then being able to test out a show on my social media that then is able to go to a streamer, I've kind of opened up a new lane.
Yeah, no, he's right now trying to create his own lane of fucking entertainment industries, like a new Sony Pictures, like dude, it's kind of crazy what he's trying to do, but he's trying to pretty much compete against anything. Man, that's right.
In
With
like
YouTube.
pilot TV. It's
Yeah,
like now you're
100%.
able to
They did this with movies though.
in like
They would put out there's a lot of big directors and writers that started out on YouTube. They put out their movie on YouTube, and they got their. Give me an
they'll do
example.
like a short, you mean, on YouTube?
Yeah, well, no. There's movies. Oh my god, we were just talking about this actually.
Like it starts as a short and then they make it into a movie?
There's a. I'm so sorry, I'm blanking out, but there was a lot of people that did that with movies. I haven't seen that with a TV show though. So you would be the first one to do that. The crossover.
No, what the fuck? I'm pretty sure they did that shit with the 70s show, and they did it with like the pilots, bro. That's what I'm saying. Pilot episode where they Saved by the Bell. I'm pretty sure they did that shit too.
On a TV show. The only thing that okay, if you do crossover, are you doing it because the little version in you when you were younger, like, oh cool, I crossed over to like main Hollywoods, I could go work with Key and Peele, I could go work with it. But in my brain, it also falls back to like, dude, you're getting more viewers than the real Hollywood movies and TV shows are getting. So like, what is the thirst for it if you're getting a viewership? As an entertainer, for me, I don't give a fuck what platform it's on. I just want these people to watch what I'm creating.
100%.
So you're like, to me, it's like, I don't, because I know your pull, bro. You're fucking huge, and your pull is at a level that very, very few people get to walk in. So to me, I find it very fascinating that you're excited about selling it to Netflix or selling it to Paramount when you yourself hold the same amount that they probably have in subscribers.
There's always been this dream for me to be able to bridge these two worlds, and I feel like they're getting closer and closer, and we're seeing it in different ways.
Yeah.
But I think that in the specifically like TV and film and acting world versus like social media entertainment world, we haven't got to see them collide together yet super well. We've seen attempts. We've seen like,
Yeah, we've seen attempts like a celeb will be in a show for a second. Or right now we see Dave's TV show going pretty well. I fuck with Dave's TV show. That shit go hard. But I don't watch TV at all. But I know for sure there'll be like someone popping in for a bit, but they're not in there for the show,
really big social media influencers go and jump into movies.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, the talk around that movie ends up being really negative, right?
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah,
I'm not
literally
blaming the social media influencer. I think a lot of times they get set up for failure. Like they're getting put into a movie where they're expected
lot
to
of
lead
chefs
it.
in the kitchen.
There's a lot of chefs in the kitchen. they're being thrown into a movie where they're expected to lead a film on their own for the first movie they've ever done.
Like they've never even like guest starred or supported.
They haven't even probably
or
done
anything
acting class
ever.
before coming into this film. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they did it to prepare for this film, but they did not do it prior. And then now they're expected to be able to lead. That's huge. Like you got to be the person that every single person is coming to watch that movie for, right? And then do it well. Which is like, you're putting too many expectations on someone that's never really done this before. Now, you know, if you set that person up to be, you know, the 5th, 6th biggest character in the film, then everyone's going to come into this movie and it's going to be someone else's movie. And then they go, oh shit, wait.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, is that Josh Richards in this? Oh shit, that's pretty cool. That's dope. Instead of going into it with negativity, right?
Yeah.
So like, that's kind of what I want to.
Okay, and I mean, that makes sense, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like people criticize like a one taker. Like, I just said one take and they left. They're like, yeah, dude, I thought the person was actually in the movie. Nah, the motherfucker just said something, got out there, got that paycheck. Nah, someone's like, oh, this person actually a character in the movie and he's acting for
be able to do
fire.
With bringing this show to people's attention, having them see it on social media first, getting to have, you know, comfortability with seeing me on screen, seeing me act, all these things before they then go and see it on a streamer or someplace like that. And I just think the ability to merge those worlds, it's interesting to me.
Very interesting.
It's
And
like,
if you
it's
do
like
it,
solving
it's
a puzzle.
Big blow.
Right? So I think more than like necessarily like concerning myself with like viewership on Netflix versus like my own socials or Peacock versus my own socials, to me it's like, this is like my next puzzle to crack.
Yeah.
You know?
That is smart too, to get your audience used to seeing you act like this new venture of yours, because people like tie you to what they're used to seeing you. It's like a character from Friends. You can only picture them as Ross. Like Ross is Ross and that's it.
Yeah.
When you see him in other things, it's kind of weird because you can only hear Ross, you know?
Yep.
So it's like you need to get people like
Yeah,
to
just used to
understand. You're like,
seeing
this is what I'm
different stuff.
doing and I'm going to be different than just myself, you know?
Are you scared of being typecasted as just an influencer?
I don't think so. I think that as people will hopefully see this sketch show and other projects that I want to work on, that I'm able to get out of that. But I think, you know, if I have the right skills, then I'll be able to get out of that.
I think you will, bro. You know, I don't even in no way disrespectful when you're saying this. I don't think it's your talent that's going to get you there. I think it's your ability to like correct yourself. I noticed that the people on top are very much the hardest workers, but they also don't make the same mistakes over and over and over again.
Right.
So I'm very impressed of what you've got done now, and I'm very excited to see where you're going to be in like 10 years from now.
Thank you, man.
Speaking of like stuff you're on, you're on a podcast with Dave Portnoy.
Yes.
How did you guys even
Yeah.
come about?
Yeah. So that really came.
Do you know what's in your cheap protein powder? Well, here to tell us is all-natural fitness athlete Paul Sklar.
Thank you, man.
Came from the diss track, I believe. Me and Bryce did that diss track, Still Softish.
Do we jump into that? What, if you don't mind me asking, what is the diss track? Like, who was it aimed towards? Was it real? Like, what was this about?
Yeah, it was definitely real. It was just all revolving around like the typical diss track, I feel like, motto. It was like, a friend of mine went for my girlfriend. You know what I mean? And it was like, all right, let's make a diss track on him. So
All right, we know what we got to do here.
we know what we have to do.
Yeah. Let's take it back for a second. Who the fuck out of you, very skinny, white, model-looking friends are like, you know what this motherfucker needs?
A diss track.
Bars.
Yeah, that was me. I was the one that was like, we
Makes
should
sense,
diss
makes
him.
sense.
We should diss this kid.
Are you guys friends now or no? The guy trying to
I
like
feel like, yeah, like it's just like so in the past. You know, we don't
but like
give
the
a
dude
shit.
moved on your girl, bro.
Yeah, but like I feel like I'm doing well now.
Let's
I
go.
don't
Let's
got
go.
no there's no like
Bad blood.
malice there. You know what I
Nice
mean?
word.
I was trying to find one that would like make people be like, "Oh wow,
Damn.
that's why you took
He's
a second
really
to think
moved
of
on.
that." Yeah, he's smart.
He's
and
gone.
educated.
He doesn't
He's
give a fuck.
Wow, look at this
Malice?
man. He's evolved.
Malice.
But no, yeah, I think we're chill. Like me and Chase, we got no issues. But yeah, so made that diss track. Started trending on Twitter. Dave saw it. Saw like my name and my face and Chase and us were popping up in his Twitter feed, and he just made a tweeted out, and he's like, "Why are these wiggle dickers showing up on my Twitter feed?" And I was like,
Why
this
is
is
what?
Wiggle Dickers was the token name for TikTokers by Dave Portnoy at the time.
Really?
Yeah. So
Fair enough.
great name. Really like kind of like threw us in a box, but it made sense. And I was like, all right, I got to reach out and like get this guy on live stream. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's like get talking to him. So we reached out to his team. I ended up getting on Instagram live with him. He came on my live, like I guessed him. We had like 80,000 concurrents or something crazy like that on the stream. And I was just explaining all the drama to him, and he was just like kind of responding to it, reacting to it. We ended up like making fun of Chase a bunch. And then
This is so funny, bro.
Which is how a friendship starts. You know, you have an enemy together.
common enemy.
I just seeing it from Dave Portnoy's point of view. Like this old ass dude who's
Yeah.
running a huge company. He's like, I'm gonna talk to this little kid. Like,
Well, no, it's the fact
I was
that
like
he was
18 at the time or 19
all
at
right,
the
it's
time.
not that bad. I guess
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
that bad.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
No,
okay.
he's making fun of TikTokers, and then he's like, you know what? This could be something.
Yeah, let me talk to this guy.
What was your overall thought of him before, and then your thoughts after?
I mean, I always liked Barstool. I always really liked Barstool. Just like I feel like it was kind of like big in our high school. A lot of people would send
Yeah.
their clips around and their videos around. So I always thought he was really funny. And then just kind of getting to meet him more and more, I think I ended up thinking he was even funnier. I really fell more for his content, I think, after I started working closely with him. I also just think he's a really intelligent guy. I think he knows what he's doing. I think he knows how to keep people engaged in his content, and he's able to have everyone have an opinion about him. Like, he's one of the most polarizing people probably in entertainment.
His confidence is at a level where it's like you talk about it. You know what I mean? Like there's some people that like walk
Dave
around and
Portnoy.
you just get irritated when they talk because you're like, well, what the fuck do you have to say about this shit?
Right.
But then you want to listen, so it's
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like,
But
it's
what do
like-
you think? So, how did you guys get to talking about doing a podcast together?
Yeah, so after the live stream had gone really well, and we just kind of had good natural banter back and forth.
Yeah. He's like, damn, these wiggle dickers. They're good.
I get it now.
I understand.
But I think it was Snapchat. Snapchat had hit us up and asked if they wanted to do a show, or if me and Dave wanted to do a show with Snapchat, where like we would talk about drama or something along those lines. And I got on the phone with Dave and kind of was presenting the idea to him, and very quickly he was like, you know, like, I want to do stuff at Barstool. Like, if we're gonna do something, I want to do it like with Barstool
Yeah.
and stuff. And I was like, okay. Like, we're trying to figure it out, and landed on a podcast. And he liked the idea, and then we went into negotiations, and then like 4 months later came out with BFS.
So you shoot it while you're out here, and he's in New York.
Yeah.
How does that work? Does it ever throw you off that you're like looking at a screen?
I mean, a little bit. I think that's something that we're like actually focusing on right now to make better, is have us all be in the same room, or just trying to schedule weekends where we're able to bank like 1 or 2 episodes.
That's
Yeah.
what,
And
yeah, it
then
just makes more
Just
sense.
could like me in the middle or something.
Yeah, exactly. Or find a week, you know, where we're all in Miami, or a week where
Yeah.
we're all in New York or LA, because we all do travel, and we often will intercross in our travels as well. So it's like, let's
Is it a
find
weekly show?
It's a weekly show.
And do you guys always have guests, or is it just like once in a while guests? once
We
in a while?
want to always have guests, so we try to get guests every week.
Okay,
So that's the goal. So yeah, it you know, especially on a show that is a little bit focused around like timely manners, where something needs to be present
That's
in the
hard to
zeitgeist.
do like this.
That becomes a little
Stock.
bit difficult of
Yeah.
building it up, or having, you know, a 3 episodes banked. But it's just like working on finding evergreen content, or a guest that's evergreen that could come on at any moment and it would be a good one, and then finding ones that are, you know, in the now, you need to post it, and just
Right.
scheduling it that way.
Yeah, because you
But-
guys are super topical, right? About whatever like drama or anything that's
Yeah.
happening on TikTok, or right?
yeah, for sure.
So then, thus far, like out of all the content you've created, you've done pranks, you've done your TikToks, you've done I know you're really excited about your sketches, the podcast. Which one's your favorite type of content to create?
Now, the podcast was probably first before I did the sketch show. But,
Really?
yeah, I really enjoy doing that podcast. It's so much fun. I love being able to talk. It's great. I sit down for an hour,
Yeah.
hour and a half, and just shoot the shit with 2 people that I love being around. Like, there's nothing better than that. So I really enjoy it. I think it gave me a great demo. It gave me a great audience. Barstool's unreal. Like, the people in that kind of fandom are great. All the Stoolies are awesome.
Stoolies.
They're the greatest, dude. I go to a bar and they just like
Stoolies.
they offer me beer. It's awesome. You know what I mean? They're like,
that's
hey, you
nice.
want a beer? And I'm like, yeah, I want a beer. And then I sit and I talk with them for 20 minutes, and they're just cool people. Like, all of them are cool people. So
You know, I was just telling this to my friend because he experienced something with me, and he's like, "Oh, this is really cool. What's your favorite part about living this life?" And I was like, "The fact that I get to talk to so many people." Like, I used to be the kid that would just talk and annoy people,
Right.
but now it's like there's a lot of people that want to talk to me back. So I'm like, I get to talk to them at the
they want to
grocery.
listen to you now and everything.
Dude,
right?
the other day I was in an elevator and I was like just having a bad day, and I wasn't angry, but you know when you have a bad day, you're just like quiet. It was the first elevator ride I've ever taken in my life where not one person said anything on it, and I was like, damn, do people not talk in elevators? Because like, there's no shot. There's no shot I could be in an elevator and not talk to
He
somebody.
came on and he goes like, do people normally not talk on elevators? And I'm like, yeah. When do you talk in an elevator? He's like, I always talk in the elevator.
Always.
That's like a very dad thing, I think.
Always.
That's a very dad thing to do.
talk
Like,
in the
my
elevator?
dad cannot have silence around him. He wants there to be conversation in an elevator. If we're in a lobby somewhere, he's talking to someone.
That's
At a grocery store, he's
dad.
talking to everyone.
You don't get scared
my
of
dad
missing
talks
out?
to everybody. I am someone that I would say is okay with being silent.
Yeah, me too. Like,
I'm okay
if it
with that.
comes and I want to talk, if I'm feeling it, if I'm in the elevator, I'm like, ooh, I want to talk to you. We'll talk. But if not, like, I'm good with just not talking whatsoever.
why?
Not even looking.
Because you guys are beautiful people. You guys didn't need to talk. People come up to you and be like, "Hey, what's up?" And like, I had to work for it. People would walk by me to talk to you guys, so I'd be like, "Hey, what's going on with that?" Like, and so I would get to talk to them. But dude, yeah, I have like one-liners that always work in elevators. Like, I would look at them.
In elevators.
Okay, okay.
It's for
We're in an
elevators.
elevator.
I'm gonna hit my
I have one-liners just for the elevator.
Elevator right now. Ready? Let's
Yep.
go.
and just you don't know me. You don't know me.
Yeah. Could you hit 4 or 5?
Yeah, absolutely. Fire.
Yeah.
All right. First one to fart wins. Yeah.
That is pretty good. That is pretty good.
Because you're like, what the fuck?
That is pretty
They
good.
just look at him. One time, I'm not gonna lie, I was with my boy and I had to fart. That's where the line came from. And I said it for the first time, and he started laughing, and I just ripped it. And then I looked at him, I go, I won. And then he started dying of laughter. But yeah, I was never able to fart on cue since there. But the line itself does enough.
No,
That'd be
it'll.
messed up if you were farting on cue for other people to be in the elevator with you.
Nah, I think that's pretty skillful. I wouldn't be mad if
Right.
somebody does that.
Yeah, a forceful fart feels less gross than an unplanned fart, right?
Yeah. If you were like, excuse me, could you hit 5? You're like, oh, and then you're like, this guy's fucking gassy.
Yeah. this
But
is
if you're like, yo,
gross.
check this out, you're like, fucking skills. Like,
Yeah.
how did you
Yeah,
control
yeah,
it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd go to the building and be like, hey, you had a guy riding your elevators and he's
Yo, that's fucking skill. Yo.
farting.
The guy would be like, George, yeah, we know him. He does it every time.
Pretty
he goes
sweet,
to that.
right? Pretty
Nice
fucking
guy,
sick.
huh? Pretty sweet.
It's like that kid
So
that could
fun.
like burp the alphabet in junior
Yeah.
kindergarten. You were like,
Yeah.
that is the coolest trick I have ever seen. Teach me your ways,
Dude,
please.
I was actually more thrown off that he.
Teach me your please. Yo, he was like, I remember that kid.
Do the alphabet at a young age. I was like, this guy's not dyslexic. This is actually you could do two things at once. Okay, have you ever? This is gonna sound kind of like all over the place. I actually want to do something with you, Jessica. Could you grab me the Lebne and the Flaming Hots? I want to bring a little piece of my world to you.
Okay.
So, in my culture, we have this thing called mesta, and we call it Lebne. It's yogurt. But
Not yogurt.
Wait. Sorry. It's
That's
Mesta,
how-
but you
I
call
know,
it
but yogurt sounds
Lebna.
it's like, you
so
know.
it's called Lebne.
Greek yogurt.
And in Assyrians, we call it, I just forgot the word.
The name of the style of yogurt is lebne because it's the way they process it. It's considered kefir cheese, so it's thicker than regular like your Yoplait yogurt.
Oh, okay. So it's like more like Greek yogurt.
To be honest, dude, that
That's
was
why
the
I was saying,
best.
like, the word yogurt kind of throws you off, but it's like a thick, it's almost like a thick sour cream.
Like I like Greek yogurt more than I like Yoplait or whatever that shit's called.
I'm excited to see. Do you like spicy stuff?
Yeah, I do like spicy
Do you like
stuff.
Flaming Hots and
Yeah,
like all that?
yeah,
Okay,
tacky,
cool,
you know, all that stuff.
cool. We got Takis
The
and we
Takis.
got the other things. So do
chili
you? Okay,
lime.
which one do you want first? That one or this one?
I'm gonna go with the chili lime.
Those are really,
Yeah.
Okay.
those are really good.
Okay, cool.
Chili
so
lime's great.
Here.
You're about to dip this in yogurt.
You are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Here you go.
Alone? No one's gonna join me.
What incarnation is going on? Who the fuck puts hot chips in fucking yogurt? You're fucking weird.
I'll do it with you.
Yeah.
That sounds weird. Okay.
The Lebna is just not for me. I'm not a sour cream or Lebna
Here,
type of gal.
Grab.
Doesn't taste like sour
I you could do one or two, whatever you're.
I'm gonna go to.
Damn crazy dude. Okay. So I want to show everybody this because I'm actually excited and give your honest.
I'll give an honest review.
Thank
One
you, sir.
bite. Everyone knows the rules.
Wait, before you try that,
Is that like a good amount?
That's a great amount. That's
Okay.
a perfect amount.
have you ever done like flaming hot Cheetos and cream cheese?
Yes.
Why the fuck
yeah.
would you do that? Why would you ruin the moment like that?
No,
Does
the
that
guy was
ruin it?
going into
I
like.
want to make sure like he's tasted that so he understands it's similar to that versus Yoplait. It's more like cream cheese than Yoplait.
I'm putting her in a headlock as soon as he leaves.
I won't think Yoplait, and I will think cream cheese.
Okay, no. Just think of Lebanon.
He's like, I already think of cream cheese. You already fucked up my head.
I'll think of that now.
I'll think of lemon now.
Do you
Are you
want
gonna-
do you want water just in case you don't like it?
No, are you gonna get a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
dip
sorry,
in
I'm
here?
so excited.
waiting
I'm so
for
sorry.
you, man.
Okay.
Yo,
Yeah.
dude, this guy's fucking it up.
Do a little
Cheers,
dink.
cheers.
Dink.
Dink.
ASMR. It's nice.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, bro. Dude, I get so excited when I show people this.
You get so stoked.
I feel like you could put like some like seasoning in your yogurt though.
I don't
The
disagree.
fuck did you just say about my Lebanon? I get so offended. I go, what the fuck?
Like if you put like I don't know what would go in there.
Like to make
But-
it more like an onion type of dip.
Like if you,
know?
took taco seasoning and threw it in that lebna and then mix it
Oh.
up and then put the chili lime chips in there.
No,
Just saying.
No,
Would
it's
add a little
perfect the way it
extra.
is. I'm quite offended that you guys are actually even telling me. Could you try this actually? If you don't mind. Oh, please come here.
Try the lebna.
What's your guys' relationship?
Me and Chris are business partners. We own Crosscheck Studios together.
Could you cross check this real quick?
Ooh.
No, fantastic.
Thank you. Now, would you add anything else to that, or did you just say that's like
It could use some like spices in there. You
No, I
know
think
what I'm
this is
saying?
great.
Thank
But
you.
in the like.
Well, if you're already doing the chip, though, you already have the spice.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but it's like
Contradictory. Oh, so the taco thing is a little weird. I'm not gonna lie.
taco
See,
seasoning. Have
you
you
are
guys never
stupid for
had
that.
like? Have you guys? What? Have you guys never had like taco dip? Have you never had like cheese, salsa, sour cream in the sour cream and cream cheese mix?
Thank you for
you
coming
like
on.
throw
Oh
a
my
little
God.
taco seasoning in there. It's delicious.
You're
Try it
looking
out.
for like a buffalo.
Sunday Night Football.
Watch.
Watch.
You're talking about onion dip.
Yes, thank
That's
you.
not
See,
onion dip.
yeah. If you added onion mix in that, that'd be really good.
Sure, you could put a little garlic
I was
powder, and a
having
little
some
onion
fresh
powder.
onion
maybe.
dip. I've been
Like the,
on
you know,
like
the
your
onion
business
soup
partner
mix.
for this.
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause he's plain?
Me and you need to hang out more. Me and you need to hang out more. You have good people around you. You have very good
I got people
around
that know their Lebna around me. You know.
So what's new, exciting, like in your business life or personal life?
you. What's
the show's called Read the Room. Chris is yelling because he wants me to say the title. Do you guys like the name?
Read the Room. I love
Read the
that.
Room.
I actually find that to be very good, and I'm very hard on names.
Thank you.
That is actually a Read the Room.
It's a good sketch.
How is
name,
that
man.
not something that's
It-
already been named?
Is it read the room?
came up with it, didn't you?
No, Katie did. Katie did. Shout out Katie.
Shout
Yeah.
out Katie.
Ooh, Katie.
I love Katie.
Yeah, she
Is
killed
it
it.
called
Who's
read
Katie?
the?
She works at Crosscheck.
Is it called read the room because you kind of have these Easter eggs like hitting in the sketches with like the guy falling down the things and he comes in the different levels?
I think that's like, yeah, that, and I think another one was just like, we feel like a lot of these characters that are like the weird characters in the show, it's like, there's a lot of times when you're watching that you think someone would look at the guy and just be like, just read the room, bro.
So, Josh. So
Very
tell me
casual.
about, we didn't just make a cut at all. Tell me about your dating life.
Yeah.
Are you single? Are you in a relationship?
I'm in a relationship right now. Yeah.
Not. Is it public? Is it not public?
Yeah, it's public. It's Gabriela Moura is her name.
Gabriella, Spanish.
She is Brazilian.
Brazilian.
Yeah.
Now, can I ask you something? Does it? Do you like being single? Okay, I can't ask you that because you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
So watch
What are you
it,
trying to
like,
do,
what the
man?
fuck?
Set me up, make me go home and have an argument?
Well, was it easier in your relationship for your work when you're in a relationship or when you're single?
I think that there are some things that are easier and some things that are harder for both. You know what I mean? Like, I think being in a relationship, I love a lot because it.
Why are so many businesses using Snapchat ads? Let's ask Playbite.
We realized there was a big overlap between Snapchat users and our target audience of young gamers.
Snapchat is the most effective way for your business to reach Gen Z and millennials. They control a massive $5 trillion in spending power and are 34% more likely to buy something after seeing it on Snapchat.
With the help of Snapchat, we've been able to reach our monthly active user and revenue goals every single month.
Be like Playbite. Click the button to learn more about how Snapchat ads can help grow your business.
Come here. You don't like being in my room. You like being alone, bro.
Like, I don't have as many distractions, I think. Like, you know, I'm not going out as much. I'm not going to, like, a club as often or going to party as much. And I also think that my girlfriend really, you know, helps. And like motivating me in certain ways. Like, she just makes me feel good about myself and like my content and like getting up in the morning and doing things. So if you find the right person, I think, you know, that's key too.
That's wonderful.
How'd you guys meet?
I met her. I just saw her on Instagram. It's not like a cute story. I wish it was, but I DM'd her. I was like, "Hey, yo, what's up?"
Hey, yo, what's up?
And then she responded for some reason. And
Yeah. I wonder what reason that is. Good looks, successful.
I don't know. It was probably
his manager turns around, he goes immediately, or business partner, sorry.
But no, yeah, I DM'd her and she was coming to LA, and then I invited her to my birthday party. Started hanging out with her and just, you know, inviting her to random shit. Like I'd be like, hey, me and the boys are going to Dave and Buster's tonight. You wanna roll up to Dave and Buster's? And she'd be like, yeah, sure. And then, you know, I'd turn around and text all the boys and be like, all right, we're all going to Dave and Buster's tonight, guys. I need to fucking get a group together. Because I wasn't going to go to Dave and Buster's without the date. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so just started like bringing her out to little things like that.
I'm done with this.